So hello and welcome back to Go Again Gaming. My name is Az, and today we're going to be talking about the hero of the day, the one that everyone's speaking about, Iyslander. Deary me. Before we go into it, please make sure you like and subscribe, hit the little bell notification if you want to be notified of any future videos, and check out my links in the description box below. Go check out my Instagram, my Twitter, all the stuff that helps support the channel directly. That would be fantastic. Patreon, Card Vault, Wraith Energy, all that sort of stuff. All the links will be in the description box below. Go and check them out when you get a moment. So, this is Iyslander, or Iyslander, or Iyslander, or I don't know how to pronounce the name of this hero, but it is absolutely fantastic and really, really awesome. And yeah, it's the first of its kind, and it just begs the question: will we see more support for this class as well, generically in Everfest? And I'm sure we probably will as a result of this. So this is Iyslander, or Iyslander, whatever you want to call her. She is a elemental wizard, young hero. So the first sort of bad thing about this is that I think this hero could have affected the CC Classic Constructed meta quite a lot. I could be wrong, I'm not really much of a meta person, but what it tends to do and what it wants to do, I can see that affecting the Lightning Briar lists and stuff that are out there at the moment. The hyper aggro stuff, I think this could affect. So it's a shame that we can't use it in CC. Maybe there will be some sort of errata in the future which will allow us to use young heroes as old heroes and all that sort of thing. But we will see. A lot of people have complained about it, but it is cool. It looks awesome. So yeah, she is an elemental wizard, young. So she can use elemental cards, and she also has the essence of ice, so she can use ice cards in her deck, and she can use the wizard cards that Kano has access to from Arcane Rising and all the other wizard cards, which is a bit of a weird theme thing, because obviously she has the essence of ice. She's basically Elsa from Frozen, and she can Force Lightning someone. Yeah, I don't know how that works. But anyway, if it's not your turn, you may play non-attack action cards, so basically all of the wizard cards out there, with blue colour strips from your arsenal as though they were an instant. So this is anything, any non-attack action card that has a blue colour strip, you can play it from your arsenal as though it were an instant. So there's going to be a plethora of cards that you can use with this. I'm not going to go through all of them, I'm just going to point out the ones that synergize with her second ability, which is whenever you play an ice card during your opponent's turn, create a frostbite token under their control. So this is a way of messing around with your opponent's resource management on their own turn, which I think is very good, and it's a good answer to the hyper aggro stuff. So if this was printed in CC, I reckon a lot of people would be teching this to freeze those Briar lists out there, but because it's not, bit of a shame, but still a really, really cool hero. So maybe in the future we'll be able to see some erratas on using young as old. Who knows? But yeah, that's cool. Whenever you play an ice card during an opponent's turn, create a frostbite token under their control. So this means basically any ice card, any blue ice card that you play from your arsenal at instant speed on your opponent's turn will make them pay an extra 1 on the next thing that they have to do during their turn. So it just screws with all of their maths that they figured out on their previous turns, whether they've chose to block Q or block out arcane damage on the previous turn. Their maths are now screwed up as a result of this hero, albeit they know what they're playing against, so they know that the random element of whether they're going to have to pay an extra 1 or not is definitely on the table. It's just, you know, it's messing with their maths, it's messing with their plan of playing out their hand for free. So it definitely does nerf on those zero cost Lightning Briar stuff, which I think is the reason why people want to see it in CC. But yeah, very, very cool, awesome character, very, very powerful looking woman standing there, massive flowing hair and icy armor and stuff, and yeah, it just looks absolutely awesome. And the predictions that I had and the sort of Twitter post that I had about it being potentially a shapeshifter and then potentially a illusionist were all very wrong. We look like idiots now, don't we? Anyway, yeah, so we're going to go through the ice cards that this character can play on the opponent's turn. Rather than go through all of the other stuff, I'll leave you to tell me what the other synergies you could potentially get and the other gross things that could happen by playing generic blue cards on your opponent's turn. Let me know in the comments below. Let's go over the ice cards that she can use to create some value. So the first one is Blizzard. Now this is a zero cost blue pitch ice instant, so it is already an instant. So it doesn't actually benefit from the fact that it gets turned into an instant with the Iyslander's ability, but it just says target attack loses and can't gain Go Again unless the attacking hero pays 2. So it taxes them right off the bat, but before that happens you create a Frostbite token. So I could be getting the stack wrong here, but you play this, you create a Frostbite token under their control because of the hero trigger, and then target attack loses and can't gain Go Again unless the target attacking hero pays 2 plus the 1. So yeah, you're taxing a lot of their stuff with that, and although it is a nice instant already, it's just, again, one of those things that you can do to really throw a spanner in the works of your opponent, especially if they are playing a lot of zero-cost cards. The next card is absolutely vile, and that is Channel Lake Frigid. So this is a Majestic from Tales of Aria. I should have mentioned the other one was Majestic as well. But this is a 2-cost ice card, which you can play from your arsenal instant speed with this hero. And it says cards and activated abilities cost opposing heroes an additional resource, which is just absolutely vile. So you play this out of your arsenal instant speed, they create a Frostbite token, and then all of their cards and activated abilities will cost them an additional 1 on top of the Frostbite that they've already got from the activated or the triggered ability of your hero, which is ridiculous.com/frozen. Let it go, let it go. But yeah, you've also got Channel Ice on there, of course. At the beginning of your end phase, put a flow counter on Channel Lake Frigid and then destroy it unless you put an ice card from your pitch zone on the bottom of your deck for each flow counter on it. But if you play this on your opponent's turn, you don't have to worry about that Channel Ice effect until your turn comes round again. So getting this out from your arsenal on your opponent's turn, making them create a Frostbite token, and then making all of their cards and activated abilities cost an additional 1 for the entirety of your next turn is pretty good, I think. So yeah, get this out of your arse onto the field and freeze them to death. Fantastic. Channel Lake Frigid. So the next card that synergizes with this hero is Polar Blast. This is a blue strip ice action card. It costs 1, and it says target hero may pay a resource. If they don't, your next attack this turn gains Dominate. So that text is pretty much dead text on your opponent's turn because you can't attack on your opponent's turn. But it does say if it's played from the arsenal, you draw a card. So you pay 1, you play this from your arsenal, you replace the card that you've got for pitching for this card, and then you also create a Frostbite token. I think it's a good way of maybe filtering your hand on your opponent's turn and also messing with their strategy as well on their own turn. So it's not the best effect, but it's still worth pointing out here because of the synergies with the hero itself. And probably one of the best synergies in this deck, alongside the Channel Lake Frigid, of course, is Winter's Bite blue pitch. This costs nothing, so you can play this out of your arsenal for free on your opponent's turn because it's a blue pitch, and it says target hero discards a card unless they pay 1. So obviously you play this for nothing, you create a Frostbite token, and then it says target hero discards a card unless they pay a resource. So yeah, that's a lot of value for no cost on your opponent's turn. I think that's very, very good. So yeah, that's all the synergies that you can get to get that cycle going of Frostbite. I mean, there's probably a lot of other blue strip cards as well that you can use from the generic non-attack action cards, as well as other cards from, you can obviously use Kano cards in this deck as well, so I'm not going to go through all of those because I expect you to maybe do that work for me. That would be fantastic. Go and have a look as to what could be good with this hero, the generic actions with the blue strips or the other wizard actions with blue strips, and leave a comment in the section below. But those are all the ice cards that do work with Iyslander's ability to create Frostbite tokens on your opponent's turn. So yeah, a really, really cool hero. Can't wait to see what people build with it, and you can, in fact, come to expect this hero being played in an Ultimate Pit Fight game that I'm going to be involved in. Stay tuned to the channel, like and subscribe. It's going to be a spicy one. Peace!